So, we've been talking about butter today, and I wanted to mention that eating animal fats is usually the best way to get a really good percentage of fat to protein, as long as you're eating a fatty cut. However, those can be more expensive, and also some people might not feel great eating fattier cuts of meat, which is why I sometimes suggest butter because as long as butter agrees with you, butter can be digested kind of nicer. So let's talk about the difference between animal fat and butter. So I almost liken eating a fatty cut of meat to eating like a piece of fruit with the fiber built in, right? When you're eating a fatty cut of meat, you are getting a really good satiety for your meal. So like I can't super overeat a ribeye, but I could overeat butter. Does that make sense? So when I'm having the animal meat with the fat and I'm having the protein and the fat together, I find that that is the best way to turn off my hunger signals or to appease my hunger signals versus if I could just sit and eat a whole thing of brown butter from the freezer, right? When you're eating animal meat, you have more nutrient density. So you're getting like A, D, K, you're getting lots of vitamins in that animal meat. However, the benefit to using butter might be if you're somebody who is having a hard time digesting animal meats or you feel nauseous when you eat a lot of animal, like rendered fat from an animal, you might benefit from having a little bit of butter as long as the small amount of lactose in the butter agrees with you. In the animal meats, you get a better protein to fat ratio, you get more nutrient density, and you get a very high satiety. But the downside to the animal fats is that it can be expensive, and for some people, that you could just have a harder time digesting it. You can kind of fine tune how much you're eating so that you can measure it out if you want to. It's less expensive. It might be more digestible to you, but the downsides are that you could actually overeat it. It's not as nutritious. The strategy is going to be what works for you. If you're eating leaner cuts of meat, add some butter. If you're eating fattier cuts of meat and that works for you, then go ahead and continue doing that. And it's all going to be just making sure you find out what works best for you. And if you're curious about what works best and you're not sure how to track it, you can reach out to me and I'll give you a meal plan and macros. Okay, but to specifically answer the question, if you're eating a pound of 85/15 ground beef and you're having 12 eggs to get you around where I like people to be, which is 75% fat or more in your carnivore day, you would need to add 7 tablespoons of butter to those meals.